Existence Brewing.
Okay, Cosmic Kiddos, it's time for another Existence Brewing download.
Here's one thing that I wrote down that I thought of just the other day, and it's taking a different perspective on something that we tend to separate ourselves from. Earth Day is around the corner in about 3 weeks. It's April 22nd. And, of course, I could get on a soapbox about Earth having a day of recognition from humanity because I think every frickin' day should be Earth Day. Yeah. I mean, she's our home. We have nowhere else to go. Yeah. So kudos to all of the rich Elon Musks and the Richard Bransons of the world who are going to terraform Mars and make it their big plutocratic playground. They're not there yet, and neither are we. So we got the Earth, and we need to take care of it and be respectful of her every single day. So the Earth, or Gaia, is very often, aside from times when we decide that we want to be linked to her, we separate ourselves from her in a lot of different ways. And it's a scary thing to face, that whatever we are underneath all of this, whatever you believe that is, and I'm an energy guy, I'm really into everything is energy. These corporeal bodies, this earthly form, it's energy, but it's a different kind of energy. And then our spirit energy is similar in construct, but it's its own kind of energy, and it embodies these meat suits that we walk around in here. But the meat suits are pretty much stuck here until we've got another way off to go somewhere else. And I don't think we get to have that privilege until maybe we figure out how to take care of our own backyard. That's just one little thought that I have.
Oh, it's so great. Yeah.
This was the other thing that came to mind the other day was about, we're always everything's so anthropocentric. We're always so heavily focused on humanity, and the big rub on destroying the Earth, which I don't think is ever a possibility for us, because as George Carlin once said, if it gets that far, she's going to shake us off like a bad case of fleas. Just gone. And she can do that with a good supervolcano or a comet impact. We know about those mega disasters that they're always dialing up for us, and the latest sci-fi movie where they've brought Ian Ziering out of retirement yet again to make a few $1,000s to, Sharknado 8 or whatever it is, right? So we know that that's a possibility. We know that those things can happen. But we're constantly focused on either the destruction of Earth itself and therefore our ultimate demise or our immediate demise, or just that. It goes along with that anthropocentrism of it's our demise. It's the end of humanity. Cue the REM. It's the end of the world as we know it. That's it. But we're not giving the credit to the Earth, to Gaia, for being a living, breathing entity herself. And so the thought was very simple, and I wrote it down. I'll just read it verbatim. If we destroy ourselves, the Earth, Gaia, even for as much suffering as we've caused her, will miss us. She will be more alone than she needs to be, because one of her truly most reveling creatures, there's a trillion life forms on the planet, and they each have their own degree of splendor. They're wonderful colors, or they make fabulous sounds, or they have incredible mating rituals. But you got to admit, in the grand scheme of things, again, with everything being equal, human beings, to have that on your backside going on every day, for all of the things that we do wrong, we do an awful lot of things that are right. We make a difference. And that would be the tragic part. So I would encourage people to think about that as Earth Day approaches, and to try and think about it as often as possible, that you're not separated from the miracles that surround you. We always want to separate ourselves. Yes, it's true, you could take us out of the food chain and nothing would change. We're the only thing you can literally remove from the planet, and everything stays the same in a natural order of things. Yes, it's true, if you took us away, there'd be far less pollution. There'd be no wars. But things would also be far less interesting, because the other creatures that are here don't have the capacity to express what we do in the way that we do. They possess the capacity. Stink beetles can love each other, there's no question, but they can't say it in the same way that we can. They can't make a greeting card out of a tree. They can't create something beautiful, and maybe that's a stretch, because I'm saying cut down the tree to make a greeting card, but look, there's an appreciation here, I think, that goes for both sides. The Earth is not working against us, and even though we seem to be working against her, we're not. We're connected. And so it was a simple reminder that don't leave her either. Yeah, we don't want to leave each other because we're all we have, but we have her at the end of the day, and she will be sad if she loses us. So that's what I was thinking. That was over the sink brushing my teeth the other day, watching my gums bleed like crazy because I got to go get them scraped at the dentist.
We hope this download brewed up something for your existence. To find more, and for full episodes of Existence Brewing, check out the podcasts at existencebrewing.com or wherever you find your favorite podcasts online.
Existence Brewing.